and I did that in Urdu and Punjabi, like two. It was localized into 5 Pakistani languages. So around me, nobody was using technology in local languages. Okay, I thought maybe like this is for the long run, maybe it is for the future. And from 2015 to 18, I worked on Android, and the same case was for Android. It was pretty obvious that there are some very problematic terms that are very archaic words, like nobody uses them. They are like completely dead words. Some of the words came from the Mughal era court, like 300, 400 years. They were used to be part of the court language. Along the way, I realized that, and then I started paying attention to the how the people use language, how people use language when they are interacting with the technology or when they are talking about the technology. And the standard terms that the Federal Linguistic Institute came up, none of those terms were common among the public. So I realized, okay, so there is a big gap between the standard language that we are using in the software and actual language that people use to talk about technology in their everyday lives. And
So,
then
go
and
ahead.
then yeah, there is a long story that when I realized that, I tried to introduce those changes, and there was a lot of resistance, a lot of friction.
Why do you think the resistance and the frictions when you've identified that the language being used is different than what the people use in their day life? Like, where does this new language that was introduced came from to begin with?
Yeah, so it came from the highest level, the most prestigious linguistic institute in Pakistan and India, the federal government institute. And they devised a language. They literally came up with, they coined terms, they made up term, or they borrowed from the, for example, for folder, the term folder, it used to be the term that Mughal era codes used for the documents, right? They would wrap document in a leather, and they use the same term for the folder in the PC folder. So they came up with like old terms, or they made up terms, or they kind of totally new terms, and this is how they came up with. And it is same in other languages as well. And why nobody use that? Because of how the language has evolved during the last 200 years.